Hello guys, good evening. Sorry about the bit of delay. It was a bit of a kerfuffle getting the stream together. I didn't know I was streaming until a few minutes ago. But anyway, welcome to round number 2 of the Apex Online Championship here with the lads of A1. And we are here at the Bahrain International Circuit, and I am excited to see this. Of course, we've got 10 minutes left in qualifying because I was a little bit late on getting the stream up. At the moment, we got Skivan up there in provisional pole with a 26.6 ahead of everyone. In fact, let's have a look and see what tyres these guys are on. So Skivan setting that time on a set of soft tyres. Of course, the 3 compounds here this weekend: the soft tyres, the super softs, and the mediums. Last week's race winner, if I do remember correctly, was Tamd, also known as Dake, who has not really set a representative time just yet, but he was the man who won last week. Our champion of last year, Larkin, had a very unfortunate race getting up only into 7th. You know, a bit of a tough time out for him last week. And Harry, who can forget what happened to Harry last week? Spinning it, losing it right on the line on the last lap, just before the line, as we got Massive setting a new provisional pole on a set of super softs with a 26.6. Massive, who wasn't here last weekend but is here this weekend, and we're excited to see him see what he can do out on track. Of course, the Bahrain circuit itself offers quite a lot of challenges, especially when you come to the turn 9 and 10 downhill, and the turn 10 is a bit of a nightmare. And if you are running no ABS, as Massive goes for a little slide, and this was going to be another corner I was going to mention, turn 13, no sorry, turn 12. If you clip that curb, you will have a little bit of a slide. So turn 12 and turn 10 are going to be the ones these guys got to worry about. Of course, the traction zone out of turn 1, 2 and 3 is also going to be a bit of a nightmare. Very easy to lose the back end there as well. And of course, turn 4 is going to be a good place to see some overtakes being made. So with 7 minutes to go, we can see a lot of people have set their times on the medium tyres. Larkin now up into 4th place. Looks like this weekend he does have his head in the game. I do believe he was abroad last weekend, which was why his connection was so low. And because his connection was low, he just kind of went about in his own world. But we're going to see what Larkin can do, if he can go ahead and set a mount for the championship once again. And we're on board with Dake right now, so let's go into TV cam and let's just go for a little ride around the circuit of Bahrain. He's actually pulling into the pits, okay? So Dake pulling into the pits, so we're not going to get a ride around on the circuit of Bahrain, right? What about Gamerholic? Yep, Gamerholic is on a lap, so we're going to take you on a little lap around here with Gamerholic. So coming down the pit straight, DRS wide open. You want to be looking at the 100 meter board, breaking down into turn 1, making sure you get a good run as you go through turn 2 and turn 3. Try not to get some wheel spin and lose the back end. Here we are now into turn 4, where You necessarily don't want to clip that curb, you kind of want to let the car roll through. as you go through turn 5, 6 and 7. A nice little swooping section of the circuit. And turn 8, a little bit of a hairpin. You might see a couple of moves down here. And this, in my opinion, the trickiest corners here. Turn 9 and turn 10. The car just wants to go straight on by there. But Gamerholic does well. DRS wide open on the run down now to turn 11. Looking at the 100-meter board just past it. Braking, and he's going around turn 11. Lovely. And here we are now for turn 12. You want to stay away from that curb because that will spit you off as we come into turn 13. Nice little tricky corner as well, just to get it right, to get the most time out of that corner. You really got to nail it. And here we go now into turn 14 and this little kink by ear of turn 15. And it is a blast to the line. And that was a lap with Gamerholic, and it's a pretty decent lap. It puts him up into P4 right now. So a good lap from Gamerholic. As we got RC7 coming out on a set of soft tyres. We still got a lot of guys in the pits. Seville is just running around right now on a set of soft tyres. In fact, I think he's on his outlap. So it'll be interesting to see who's going to get pole position here today. I believe the one stop from the softs to the mediums is the optimum strategy, but I also believe that it is possible to do the same on the supers. But we shall see who's got the better tyre wear. As Beck is just going past his teammate. Seville goes up in the P4. So yes, as I said, he was on a flying lap, and looking forward to seeing what these guys are going to do. As you can see, they're all coming onto these softer compound tyres right now. Massive improves with a 26.3, so a good lap from Massive. So it'll be interesting to see who is going to take the top spot here at Bahrain. Larkin needs a good result here after last week. Harry needs a good result here after last week. And I do believe we did see a couple of non-finishers. I mean, Bag of Bones as he's a very decent driver. He had an unfortunate incident in Australia, which meant that he DNF'd. So he's going to be looking to get up the order here today. Adri also is going to be looking to get up the order. He also did not finish. He DNF'd in Australia. So we got a lot of drivers now looking to bounce back from an unfortunate first round in Australia, and it is going to be interesting to see which one of these guys takes the top spot, because last week, we had the Toro Rosso of Dake taking the top spot with J. Cole alongside, and Gamerholic rounding up the podium. Energetics was in third, and Seville has retired from the session. So it's going to be a very jam-packed run into turn 1, and it's going to be an absolute cracker of a race. Now, you may have noticed, because I haven't actually mentioned it yet, my co-commentator RJW is unfortunately not here tonight. I know I haven't mentioned it yet, and we've been commentating for about 10 minutes now. Yeah, I haven't mentioned it. He unfortunately couldn't make it, which is why the race is being streamed on my channel instead of the official AOR channel, as I do not have the access to stream on the AOR channel. So that's the reason why it's on my channel, and it's the reason why I'm alone this weekend, and the reason why I was a little bit late, because I didn't know I was streaming. But yeah, we're looking forward. Less than a minute left in the session now. Looking to see what these guys can do. Massive retiring from the session. He's done a pretty damn good job with a 26.3. So Massive on provisional pull. Can our reigning champion of A1 do anything about that? Can Larkin get up into pole position as he's on the run now to the line? He gets up in the 7th, but he will have time for another one. What about Harry? Harry is just starting the lap. What about J. Cole? J. Cole runs wide on the exit of turn 13, which is gonna perhaps maybe invalidate his lap. I'm not sure. We'll see now when he crosses the line. Well, he's still going, but there's no improvement. As we got the Sauber of Samuel getting out of the way. Needs to find a safe spot on track to park up. Does young Samuel. And now we are once again back on board with Larkin, who does have a good chance here to improve on that time. So here we go, Larkin to the final corner. Can he get up onto the front row? Can he get pole position? Here we go, DRS wide open. What is Larkin going to do? It's only 6th. It's only 6th. Westy. What can the Renault driver do? Can he match his teammate's pace? I don't think so. It looks like he is not on a lap. Samuel not on a lap. And I think that is the order. That is the grid. So we got Massive in the Renault taking pole position with Dake alongside him. I absolutely missed that. Dake getting up into 2nd. So last week's race winner is once again showing his pace as his AI card decides that it just doesn't want the wheel anymore. Beck in the Force India in 3rd. Pretty decent race last time out for Beck. He did get up into 10th place. He managed to get 1 point out of the race last week. So we're going to go through a running order now, the classifications for qualifying here at round 2 at Bahrain. Obviously only 10 rounds this season for AOR, so every point matters. So we got Massive on pole, Dake alongside him, Beck in 3rd. Now Beck and Massive on the super soft, Dake on the soft tyres, Skeevan in 4th on softs, Energetics in 5th on softs, Larkin 6th on softs, Gamerholic 7th on the super softs, and then we got Harry, Westy and Adri on soft tyres rounding out the top 10. Seville in 11th, free choice of tyre compound. Samuel 12th, Shape 13th, Bagabones 14th, Fuse 15th, RC7 16th, and we'll see who's after Fuse now. Is everyone ready? They're pretty quick, eh? So, can our reigning world champion Larkin get the result he needs after what happened last week? Can Harry bounce back after what happened last week? All these questions are going to be answered here tonight. Will Dake maintain his lead in the championship? Will J. Cole get back on the podium? Will Gamerholic get up there? Let's not forget about Adri and the Renaults. They got some pace about them. Right, so where was I? RC7 for in 16th. Deg Artis in 17th. Barden in 18th. And J. Cole rounding out the top 10. Let's have a look, see what tyres these guys are on outside the top 10. So, Seville is starting on the soft tyres. Samuel also on the soft tyres. Shape also on the... why am I saying soft tyres? They're on medium tyres. Medium compound. Mike, open your eyes and read. Okay. Right, medium compound tyres for Seville, Samuel and Shape. Soft tyres for Bag of Bones and Deg Artis. Everyone else is on the medium compound tyre. So these guys are looking to go long in their first stint. And it's an interesting call. Me personally, I would have gone for the soft tyres, but you know, that's just me. But then again, I rarely ever get through turn 1 without any front wing damage, which is why I would have gone for the soft tyres. But we got Massive leading the way. In fact, quite a way ahead of Dake on the formation lap. It has to be said. So for Massive, Beck and Gamerholic, it is going to be all about trying to clear those soft runners, get the gap, and try to push as hard as they can for as long as they can. For Dake, Skeevan, Energetics and Larkin, it's about not getting held up early on. Try and get through these guys ahead on the softer tyres. For Harry also, he's got to try and get up there. So with everyone forming up on the grid, we're about to see who is going to be the master of Bahrain here tonight. As we are waiting now for 5 red lights, and here they are. 5 red lights are out and we are underway, and it looks like a very good start from Skeevan actually. Skeevan gets a brilliant launch off the line, and Beck also gets a jump on Dake. Skeevan having a little look down the inside. He's free wide into turn 1, but Dake is down into 4th place as Larkin has managed to get up into 3rd. Fantastic stuff from Larkin to get up into 3rd, and Massive side by side with Beck into turn 4. Beck down the inside, and it looks like job done as we got Dake versus Larkin right behind them, and Dake getting past Larkin to get back up into 3rd place, although Dake has lost a spot off the start. Skeevan, who had a brilliant launch off the line, unable to make anything happen into turn 1, got a little bit pinched into the corner I think and just lost all momentum. Energetics in 6th place, Gamerholic in 7th, who has just gone wide, which has allowed Harry to get up the inside. So Harry now up into 7th place, and let's see if he's going to maintain 7th place. He's got the inside line and he is able to hold it, and Westy uses that to his advantage, get down the inside of Gamerholic, and they're side by side through turns 12 and 13, but Westy able to keep a hold of P8 for the time being. As we move back up the grid, looks like Massive all over the back, literally pushing back through that final corner. Now will we see a move into turn 1 from Massive? Will we see any move whatsoever? We got Gamerholic getting past Harry and Westy, and Beck and Massive going side by side. once again on the run down now to turn 4. Can Massive hang it around the outside? He's going to try. Unfortunately unable to hang it around the outside. And what about what's going on behind them? As Gamerholic has managed to get past Harry and Westy again and maintain P7 for the time being. So Harry will be looking to come back at him as we got Larkin and Dake closing in on this battle at the top end. Along with Skeevan and Energetics. This little top pack right now closing in, and Gamerholic is just outside of DRS, which of course is not enabled just yet, but he's going to be looking to bring that gap to within DRS for him to try and pull away from that Mercedes of Harry behind him. So here we are now around the final corner of lap 2. Beck in the Force India currently leading the race, but a good run out of the final corner for Massive might be enough to send one down the inside, and Dake is having a little look. Dake is having a look down the inside, but no move comes of it. He was just having a little peek, just having a little bit of a look. Nothing of it just yet, but Larkin also having a little look down the inside of Dake into turn 4. You know, it's a lot of looking, but there's no stamps being licked and sent just yet. As further down the grid, we got J. Cole looking to get through this back of the track as he goes down the inside of Fuse into the hairpin of turn 8, and it looks like he's just about side by side through turn 9 and turn 10. J. Cole on the outside, and it's a fantastic move from J. Cole up at the P13, and now he's got to hunt down that other McLaren of Adri. So now Gamerholic is now within the DRS window of Energetics. Unfortunately, he is bringing Harry and Westy and Shape and Seville along with him. There's a little bit of a gap back to Adri in 12th, but we got a 11 car slipstream fest at the top end, and Dake going for a move down the inside of Massive. And can Dake keep the move? Can he get it done? And Massive has actually lost the back end through turn 2, and he has lost out to Larkin and Skeeve. And here goes Energetics down the inside at turn 4. Energetics, can he get the job done? This side by side as they come through towards the S section of 5, 6 and 7, but Energetics, oh, he's down the inside. There's a little bit of contact between them both, but Massive still able to maintain the lead of that little battle, and Gamerholic saw an opportunity and has absolutely gone for it down around the outside of Energetics. And Harry now having a little look as they're on the run down to turn 11. Can Harry hang it around the outside? He is going to try, but he's unable to get the momentum to swing it around the outside, but he's got to be wary. Westy is looking around there as well to try and go down the inside, and Westy trying to put Harry under pressure for P8. This is fantastic stuff between these guys right now, and Massive unfortunately made a mistake into turn 1 and 2, which has lost him a lot of time. Now Dake is up in the second place, Larkin up in the third, and Massive actually coming into the pits. An early stop for Massive. So let's see what tyres Massive is going to go on to. A Skeevan gets past Larkin for third place, and it's a set of medium compound tyres for Massive. J. Cole getting past the McLaren of Adri, so J. Cole getting a move on now, and we move back towards the top of the field to see what's going on at the sharp end of the grid. And Harry is all over the back of Energetics, And it's just going to be a move around the outside. Harry is going to look for it. Unable to get the move done, but he's got to be careful. Westy is there. He's looking for any kind of opportunity to get past this Mercedes driver. But here we go now. DRS down the back straight on the run down to turn 11. No moves being made just yet. Gamerholic leading this little pack. This little pack from 5th down to 10th. Gamerholic leading that little pack, and then up ahead Dake now into 1st place. So those super soft tyres starting to wear just a little bit, and Dake now just holding that little bit of an advantage he has. But with DRS, these guys will close up on him, and Dake's teammate sending one down the inside of Beck. Skeevan and Beck side by side into turn 1, but unable to make it stick there. Skeevan, as we got Energetics and Harry going side by side. Harry going off circuit slightly, and that's opened the door for Westy. Westy down the inside of Harry into turn 4. They're side by side to come through turn 5, 6 and 7. Harry able to just hang it through a little bit better and maintain P6 for the time being. And we are now going back towards this battle at the top end with Larkin all over the back of Beck, side by side on the exit of turn 10. DRS enabled, and Larkin up into 3rd place. So performing well after a disappointing Australian Grand Prix now is Larkin, and he has got some work to do, because he's got to get past Skeevan, the teammate of Dake, and try to close down that 1.7 gap that Dake has to Skeevan right now. As we look down towards the rest of the field, Energetics coming into the pits. This is quite an early stop in my opinion from the soft tyres. Does he have any front wing damage? Let's have a look, see if we got any front wing action going on. No front wing, but this is an unconventional pit stop. He has gone into a set of super soft tyres, so Energetics opting for the 2-stop strategy. So we're going to see what he can do with it, but it's definitely not the optimum strategy, if you were to ask me. And Harry right now is in a world of his own, as Shape has managed to get past Westy for P6. So Westy, Shape and Seville, and now J. Cole on those medium tyres getting up into 9th place. So a good first stint from J. Cole, it's got to be said. But that has just alleviated some of the pressure from Harry, who can now try to chase down Beck in 4th, as Larkin is still chasing down Skeevan for P2. But that gap between Dake and Skeevan has come down by about 3/10. So we're going to see what will happen as the laps unfold. Who will go for the undercut first? Will Larkin have DRS? Yes, he will. Just about. DRS. So he's going to bring him quite a bit closer, but not enough to make a move on Skeevan. He'll just bring him around about 8/10 back, as we got Seville and Westy side by side into turn 1. Seville hanging it around the outside, which will be the inside for turn 2. And able to get the job done, but Westy has the better run out of turn 3 on the run down to turn 4. He's looking at the inside. Westy down the inside of turn 4 and of Seville, and it's a great move, but I don't know, I think he might have backed out of it. I think he might have backed out, which has actually compromised him now as he comes through turn 8. He's not only lost the place back to Seville, he is now under pressure from J. Cole in that Ferrari. So this is the question now, can J. Cole get past with DRS? All these guys are going to have DRS on each other, so this will be An interesting turn of events as J. Cole not making any moves just yet, but he is getting very close to that Renault, and that Renault is looking a little bit unsettled, and he goes wide into turn 13, which allows J. Cole to nip it down the inside and get up into P8. So a lovely little move from J. Cole. And Westy starting to struggle on those soft tyres now, as he does come into the pits, and Beck from those super softs now into the pits, and it's going to be a 2-stop for Beck as well. A set of soft tyres going on to that Force India. And in fact, let's have a look and see what Westy's going on. He's going on a set of mediums, so he's going to try and take these now to the end. So at the moment, Dake leading the way 8 tenths ahead of his teammate Skeevan in second, Larkin in third, Harry in fourth, and then we got some medium runners with Shape in fifth, his teammate Seville in sixth, J. Cole in that Ferrari in seventh, Saw in the Alfa Romeo Sauber in eighth, Deg Artist in 9th for no soft tyres, and RC7 in 10th on the mediums. Fuse in 11th, just behind, also on a set of mediums. Then we got those who have made pit stops. Gamerholic in 12th on a set of soft tyres. Beck in 13th, also on a set of soft tyres. And Gamerholic has actually jumped Beck. So that's how, that's the value of fresh tyres compared to worn right there, because Gamerholic able to get a fantastic undercut on Beck. Energetics in 14th on a set of super soft tyres. Not the strategy I would have thought of, to be honest with you, but we're going to see if it works out for him. Massive, who was on pole leading the race at one point, is now all the way down in 15th. His teammate Westy right behind them in 16th, and then we got Adriel in 17th, Barton in 18th, and Bag of Bones bringing up the back of the grid in 19th place. As Barton now setting the pace on those super soft tyres. And Harry now under pressure from Shape. So this is where we're going to see how the softs fare up against the mediums. 10 on lap 10 of 29. Who is going to have the superior tyres right now? Because I would say those soft tyres are good for another few laps, but this is definitely the time where the mediums are starting to come into their own. And as you can see, Shape all over the back of Harry. This could be a nice DRS move into turn 1. And here we go. Move to the inside. Harry gonna hold the racing line, but down the inside goes Shape. In fact, Larkin, his teammate, has come into the pits, so Larkin not gonna get the undercut on the 2 Toro Rossos ahead of him. And we'll see if that works out for him, but he could be under pressure from Gamerholic. He is under pressure. He has been overtaken by Gamerholic. So a little bit of traffic for Larkin to deal with. And then he's got some lovely clean air. But Shape able to get past his teammate Harry for what is now 3rd place, but effectively I don't know what position this will be after everyone's made their pit stops. Because, you know, Gamerholic has done some work on that undercut, and he has made it technically into a net P3. But of course, Gamerholic will have to make one more pit stop, so we'll see what happens between that, as Shape now starting to bring down that gap to Skeevan, as Dake now into the pits. So our race leader coming into the pits, the championship leader, last week's race winner, into the pits. Beck gets a 3-second time penalty, which is not going to help him out whatsoever. He is in a close battle. Now it'll be interesting to see where Dake comes out. Harry also coming into the pits as well. As there goes Gamerholic past Harry, and Larkin past Harry as well. But Dake has got out ahead of Gamerholic, which means Larkin has got it all to do now. And he's got the Force India of Beck attacking him. He's got Energetics attacking as well. These guys are on softer compound tyres. They're not in the same race with Larkin right now, but if they can get ahead and get the gap, then it'll come back to him late in this Grand Prix. But at the moment, Larkin holding 11th place, and Gamerholic doing very, very well. Up in 10th place. The undercut has worked out fantastic for Gamerholic, and I was wondering what was going on there. Gamerholic looked like Toro Rosso going slowly, but it can't be that, because Dake is the Toro Rosso up ahead. as Dake's teammate Skivan now into the pits onto a set of not super soft, it said super soft for a second, medium compound tyres. That is more accurate, as J. Cole now up in the 2nd place. J. Cole getting past Seville and is now up in the 2nd place. So can J. Cole do the business on those mediums and put Shape under pressure? I mean, J. Cole and Shape do have a very good chance late into this Grand Prix, because what is the gap right now between them? And so we got 15 seconds between Shape and Dake, and later on in the Grand Prix these guys are going to be on faster compound tyres compared to Dake, so it is going to be very, very tasty towards the end of this Grand Prix, because J. Cole, Shape and Seville could well be within a shout of getting a great performance here. As we go back to the intervals just to see where the gaps are at, and we got Saw all over the back of Seville, who is equally all over the back of J. Cole. This could be a double overtake for the Sauber man if he plays his cards right into turn 1. Is the Red Bull gonna have a little luck? He's having a little peek down the inside, but doesn't make any kind of move whatsoever. And a little bit of a wide line from Samuel there into turn 1. So not able to get the job done. And there goes Gamerholic on Skivan. Now this is exactly what Dake wants. Dake wants Gamerholic to put his rivals here under pressure. And speaking of rivals under pressure, Larkin has been overtaken by Energetics, but those super soft tyres are gonna be going off soon, as Energetics does a lovely little switchback on Larkin there to maintain P10, and Beck is all over the back of that Mercedes of Larkin. So Larkin, who had an unfortunate race out in Australia, has come to Bahrain, and it's not going well for the championship, for the reigning champion. It's just not going well. As we got Fuse having a little look on RC7. But in actuality, we got Saw now going down the inside of Seville. This is for P3 on track. Can Seville get the job done? Can he hang it around? Yes, he does. And Basso's going to come right back at him. They're going to be side by side, so on the inside for turn 4. And behind Fuse and RC7 are having a little bit of a battle as well. Larkin and Energetics having a bit of a battle. There's too many battles going on, lads. Calm down. I'm only one man. This is all I can do. I can focus on one battle at a time. Right, Larkin has got past Energetics. And RC7 unable to get past Fuse. But we shall see. With the aid of DRS on the run down to turn 11, if he can get that done. So J. Cole at the moment just doing his business on the mediums. The same with Shape. Soar Seville, we're having a little bit of a battle. Fuse and RC7 a little bit of a battle. We've got yellow flag in sector 2. What's going on here? I don't know what's going on there, but we had yellow flags in sector 2 momentarily. And Massive down in 15th. It's going to be a disappointing afternoon for Massive unless he can make some moves and get through the grid, but his teammate is now ahead of him. Skivan setting the pace and is catching his teammate. His teammate has come up to some traffic of RC7 and Fuse. So if Skivan wants any chance of winning this race, he has got to pounce on Dake right now. He's got to close up and pounce on his teammate and try to get past him as quickly as possible. As we are having a look at this lovely little helicopter shot, and you can see Skivan closing up in every corner, and Dake going down the inside of RC7, unable to get it done, but he is going to have a little run on the outside and is unable to do it, and there goes Skivan off track. And this right now is gonna get tasty between the two Toro Rosso drivers, because Skivan is now close to Dake. So with Dake now getting past, RC7 is now up to Skivan to get past, and he is closing up. He's got to get past as quickly as possible. Maybe DRS into turn 1 is his best bet, as he gets a good one as Westy has left the session. Unfortunate for Westy, as RC7 has come into the pits. Fuse has come into the pits. That's released everyone apart from Shape on the medium tyres has come into the pits. That's released Dake and Skivan now. 12 seconds, the gap to Shape. Larkin gets up in the 4th, and here comes J. Cole now. Where's he coming out to? He is going to come out behind Harry in 7th place. So this will be a fantastic comeback from J. Cole if he can get himself up onto the podium. He can take those soft tyres to the end. And here's the thing, he has the opportunity now for an undercut on Shape. So Shape, the only person left on track to have not made a pit stop. Dake is 12 seconds behind, and Skivan is closing in on Dake thanks to that traffic that has slowed Dake down. Larkin at the moment 7.5 seconds back from the Toro Rossos. I mean, it's not a great day for Larkin, but he'll be happy to get some very decent points here today. And Beck, who I believe will be making another pit stop. If he takes those soft tyres to the end, then fair play to him, but I think he will be struggling towards the end. And Harry right behind Beck having a little look, and here comes Shape into the pits as he is now about to leave the pitch. Where is he going to come out to? Shape could be within a shout, and Shape is actually going to get out ahead of Harry, of Beck. Shape gets up in the 4th place. Now it's game on for Shape. Shape has the faster compound tyre, and once those warm up a bit. He has got 10 seconds near enough. 11 seconds to catch up to Dake in first, and he could spoil Larkin's party and take a podium position away from him, because 2.3 is the gap. In fact, there is Larkin just up the road, so Larkin will be under pressure from that Red Bull. And J. Cole now getting towards the back of that little train. He is also going to be one to keep an eye on as Harry gets past Shape, obviously with DRS. But in the corners now, as soon as those tyres warm up a bit, J. Cole trying it around the outside at turn 12, and he has made it work. And J. Cole now up into 6th place. So this is going to be a very interesting final 10 laps, because Shape and J. Cole are going to be charging at these front runners, as we got Dake and Skivan going side by side, and Shape also getting past Harry, and also J. Cole getting past Harry as well. But we got to focus on the battle at the top end. Skivan and Dake, they're keeping it clean. Will Skivan have a little look down the inside of turn 8? No, he thinks better of it. But in the meantime, J. Cole has managed to get past both Shape and Harry. So J. Cole is on it. He is on it like a car bonnet, chasing down Larkin, who is just ahead of him. And Larkin 10 seconds back from the battle for first. But if anyone is going to be able to catch up to that battle for first, it's going to be Shape and J. Cole on those soft tyres. The gap right now, 1.1 seconds between Larkin and J. Cole. The advantage of having the soft compound tyre means that J. Cole is going to be quicker in the corners, as will Shape, and it might be a little bit of a move from Shape as Seville gets past Beck for P8. So Beck has actually lost a fair few positions, but I don't know what's happened. Maybe his tyres have absolutely hit the cliff. But up ahead, you know, J. Cole and Shape having a little bit of a battle, and a little bit of contact made, I think, between Shape and J. Cole. I'm not sure, mind, but Shape goes off track and gets a 3-second time penalty. And now that's kind of alleviated some of the pressure that J. Cole was under, so he can now focus on the Mercedes up ahead. Larkin and Beck with that second pit stop comes out in 16th place on a set of super soft tyres, which they will probably see him to the end right now if they're fresh set, which they are, but they are going to be worn at the end of this Grand Prix. But we're going to go back up towards the front. Larkin under immense pressure from the Ferrari and the Red Bull. It is something that we don't very much see in real life Formula 1. Ferrari versus Mercedes versus Red Bull. We wish we could see this in real life more often, but a little bit of contact made between Larkin and J. Cole, and this is going to open up the door for the Red Bull. It's going to be 3 wide into turn 1. And Larkin and Shape side by side. Shape again hung out to dry on the exit of turn 2 and 3. So Larkin maintaining P3 for the time being, but it's just a matter of time. And Samuel now cleared Harry, so Samuel is now another player in this game. As a little bit of a switchback line, and is, oh no lads, it's not 3 wide into this corner, is it? Nope, it's not, but a little bit of contact made. Samuel made some contact with J. Cole, and in turn also made contact with Shape, and Shape is out of the race. Oh no! Samuel went straight on into J. Cole. J. Cole unfortunately collided with Shape, but Shape has lost his left front wheel and is out of the race, and if J. Cole has damage on that Ferrari, that could ruin his chances, but it doesn't look so. Doesn't look like it. So yeah, it's gonna be one for the stewards, is unfortunately. But J. Cole now, DRS gets down the inside but goes deep, which allows Larkin to come back at him, which is not what he wants. He wants to try and get past him and pull away as quickly as possible. And the gap between Dake and Steven is still half a second. So I'm not sure if there's any team orders going on right now, but you know, Steven hasn't really tried anything on his teammate just yet. But we'll see what happens towards the end of this race as Harry and Samuel have a little bit of a battle behind J. Cole and Larkin. So Mercedes are getting into some fights here today. But that is unfortunate what happened there. Shape and I, he's driven fantastically here today, and he did deserve a fair few points. If not, he deserved to get on the podium along with J. Cole, because the race those two have had was fantastic. And Shape, who started 13th, and J. Cole, who started 19th. So J. Cole has had the best race so far, coming back from last place on the grid. But can J. Cole get that podium position away from Larkin? Larkin is pulling out all the stops to hold on to it. But here goes J. Cole down the inside. They're going to be side by side at turn 9. Larkin will have the inside for turn 10, and his job done. Oh no, sorry, J. Cole managed to stay ahead of him. I thought Larkin got ahead of him, but J. Cole manages to get ahead, and now J. Cole needs to try and pull away in the corners as quickly as possible. He's got a gap up to half a second, so I think Larkin will be more looking behind him than ahead. In fact, saying that, the gap is closed down by a tenth, so Larkin will have another look at J. Cole. J. Cole goes defensive, squeezes Larkin to the inside, and J. Cole able to keep P3 below. And Larkin, he's having a little look down the inside. Is he going to make the move down the inside? He's going to try it, but those soft tyres providing the grip. J. Cole needs to maintain that position, and this right now is J. Cole's chance just to clear Larkin and get out of the danger zone with that Mercedes. The gap right now 7 tenths, so J. Cole has done some decent work in that middle sector, but Larkin's car very quick in a straight line, I have noticed, so it might be impossible for J. Cole to get clear. What he needs now is Samuel to put Larkin under pressure. But yeah, that Mercedes looking very, very quick in a straight line. Must be a pretty low drag setup for Larkin here today. As we got the two Toro Rossos up ahead, going side by side. Skeevan getting past his teammate Dake. And this is the battle for first place, lap 25. And Dake literally does not have a lot of ERS available to him, whereas Skeevan's got about 40% on the battery. And what's happening behind Samuel does have quite a bit of ERS available, and oh no, J. Cole's got to save some fuel. And Adri has dropped down to 11th, which is not good for Adri, but at the moment J. Cole is he's almost out of that DRS zone. But you can see just on our little straight, the gap has closed by 0.3 again. J. Cole needs to pull away from Larkin, because Larkin's car is looking very quick in a straight line, and he is looking like any straight he is going to go for it, as the two Toro Rossos once again side by side into turn 1. Are we going to see? Oh no, here comes Samuel having a little look on Larkin. No move made by there, so now J. Cole needs to get away. This is his opportunity. Now Samuel is having a look at Larkin, so they're going to be fighting. J. Cole needs to pull away right now. And as you can see, J. Cole is actually doing that. The gap is growing. And now J. Cole is out of the second. He is out of DRS, which means Larkin now will not have that massive overspeed on him. 1.2 is the gap. Now Larkin's got to look behind him, because Samuel has DRS. And now Samuel can attack. Staying with Seville and Harry in 7th. Just hanging on to the back of that little train is the Mercedes driver of Harry. And up ahead, the Toro Rossos once again going into turn 1. They're going to have another little battle. Dig to the inside, Skeevan to the outside. And it's a lovely move from Dig, but Skeevan, I think, has the better run. And Dig goes very much to the inside, as we got a yellow flag in sector 3. What has gone on there, as we got Dig and Skeevan having a look, maybe trying to go side by side for the S section, but nope, unable to do it for the time being. Dig at the moment keeping that lead. J. Cole now has got away from this little train, and 15 seconds is all over for J. Cole to get back at Skeevan and Dig. But up ahead, we got a yellow flag somewhere. Up ahead, Skeevan and Dig are battling out for the win here today, and Dig is using more ERS than Skeevan, so you gotta feel that Skeevan will have the better chance, as Massive is out of the Grand Prix. So Massive, let's see if we can see where that is at as we come through the final corner. Is it on the where to is it? I'm guessing it's gotta be on the pit straight, as we're on board with Larkin right now just to see what's going to happen. But we're going up towards the front end of the grid, because Skeevan and Dig, lap 28 or 29, are still battling it out for the win here today, and Larkin's dropped down to 5th. Sorry, Larkin's dropped down to 6th, not 5th. Larkin could be under pressure from his teammate on the last lap of this Grand Prix. But back at the front, Dake and Skeevan still battling it out for the race win. Now, if I was a betting man, and believe me, I kind of am a betting man, but if I was a betting man right now, I would be betting my money on Skeevan going full out attack on his final lap, because he does have a lot more ERS than Dake, and he can afford to. As Adriel has retired, so what's happened there? Where to is that? Oh, Adri says he had a puncher. That is not good for the McLaren driver. It's very unfortunate. So that could be another thing as well. Punchers, the final lap of the Grand Prix, and here goes Skeevan around the outside. Unable to make anything happen there, but he does try to get a little switch back, but he loses the back end slightly, and Seville and Samuel going side by side for 4th place. This is the battle right now, and then we got Harry versus Larkin. Harry's actually got past Larkin. Harry has got past his teammate. Larkin down to 7th place. He held 3rd for such a long time, but now dropping back in this Grand Prix. Skeevan, you gotta bump it up into overtake mode, my friend. You have the ERS for it. As now, here they are now on the run down to the final corner here, and it doesn't look like Skeevan's going to get close enough to Dake, so Dake will take the checkered flag and win the Bahrain Grand Prix. 2 races on the bounce for Dake, and his teammate Skeevan in 2nd place as a 1-2 for Toro Rosso. J. Cole, a fantastic drive from J. Cole to get from 19th on the grid up to 3rd. A brilliant podium position for him. And then we got Seville and Samuel 4th and 5th, and Larkin will get 6th place, and I do believe that's because Harry had a fair few penalties, as he does drop down to 8th. And Fuse gets up into 7th, RC7 in 9th, and Dagnatis in 10th place, collecting that final point. With Gamerholic, Energetics, Beck, Barden and Bagabones outside the points, I do believe that Westy is just being driven around by his AI, because he did leave the session earlier. So I believe that's what's gone on there. And then we got Adri, Massive and Shape unable to finish this race. I believe we know what happened to Shape. We caught that on camera. Shape unfortunately was caught up in a few incidents. Adri said that he got a puncher on lap 28, which is unfortunate for Adri, but you know, sometimes it does happen in racing. But Massive, I don't know what happened to Massive. He's the only one that we don't know. But a fantastic drive from J. Cole to come from last onto the podium. But, you know, fantastic battling between the Toro Rosso drivers at the end. It was unknown who was going to win this race. And we was treated to a battle for the last 6 laps that was very intense, actually. And obviously we had the Mercedes of Larkin falling back, unable to match the pace of these guys on the soft tyres. So here are the results. Dake is your winner, with Skeevan alongside J. Cole in 3rd, Seville in 4th, Samuel in 5th, Larkin in 6th, Fuse in 7th, Harry in 8th, RC7 9th, Deg Artist in 10th, And then outside the points, we got Gameaholic, Energetics, Beck, and Barton, and Bag of Bones, and Westy, who disconnected from the session but has classified in 16th. And then we got our non-finishers, Adri, Massive, and Shape. And this has been a fantastic Grand Prix, and one that I'm glad I was able to stream for. And I do hope that we can get some more very close battles. In fact, at the moment, leading the championship is going to be Dake. Dake is leading the championship, but J. Cole, with the podium here today, has managed to secure second in the championship. So, you know, J. Cole, if he gets a good qualifying, maybe, just maybe, he can get on the top step of the podium next time out in, I believe, China for round 3. So, hope you guys enjoyed this race with the lads of A1 here for round number 2 of the Apex Online Championship for season number 17. I have been your commentator for this evening, IvorBrynMike. Congratulations to Tamd on the race victory. It's not even Tamd, it is Dake. He has changed his name. I keep looking back and forth between the screen and the AOR website. So Dake on the win, congratulations. Fantastic result for Toro Rosso with a 1-2. Fantastic race for Skivan. And obviously, sorry guys, I gotta say it, my driver of the day coming from last place on the grid to get the podium, J. Cole in the Ferrari. A fantastic drive from the Scuderia man. So J. Cole, you get my driver of the day, mate. Fantastic drive. And we shall see you next week for the Chinese Grand Prix. Lego.